our unit, they have strip welding. Gives us more strength, but also gives us an eye appeal. Also now, and we'll touch on this a little bit more later on in the presentation, but we have what we call a pre-cut chamber on the bottom side of this deck. And we'll be talking to you about that a little bit more in detail here in just a little bit. Now let's talk about side panels. When you look at the side panel here with the Landpride, it's a bolt-on setup. So if you have any damage on the front end of this side panel, you'll be able to change it out easily. If you look at what the competition does, you're looking at extra fabrication if you have any damage. Now, this side panel is designed with what we call a 3/4 inch bevel. And that bevel, what that allows us to do is when you set these cutters up, we recommend in the owner's manual to set it down 3/4 of an inch lower in the front towards the back. And that allows the material to discharge away from the cutter. When you bevel this, what this does then is it keeps this side panel level with the ground. So it eliminates any gouging. Competition cannot claim that. Another thing on the competition that we need to show, especially our clients out there that are looking at comparing us, is look at the skid shoes. Our skid shoes go the full length of the side panel, but they're also wider. And we'll show you a little bit more of that once we fold the machine up. Also, we have AR400 material on the front end of this, and that'll give you that extra wear versus the competitor's mild steel. Let's go to the back of the machine. First of all, 29-inch flotation tires versus 27. So we have a little bit more flotation than they do. But let's really talk about the nuts and bolts here, and that's on the suspension. What you'll look here is Landpride runs a spring suspension. And that spring suspension, folks, is maintenance free basically. Look at the competition. We have to keep PSI levels up in this airbag. We have a shock absorber. There's a lot more maintenance versus the competitor. Dee, let's go ahead and fold the unit up, please. Now, I think this is where we really shine. We'll get into what I call the guts of the cutter, and kind of we'll show you where we have quite a few different things on the competition. Now, here's the pre-cut chamber, first of all, that I talked about earlier. It allows the grass to stand up, we cut it off, and it helps for a nice finished cut. Both companies offer deck rings. But what you see there is their deck rings are actually got a strip weld. Our deck rings on this 5615 are solid weld design. Now here's where we really shine versus the competitor, and this is where we need to be talking to our customers about and showing them. If you look how this stump jumper is supported, it has just one cross member. Landpride gives it to you from both sides, up and down, side to side. So there's actually an X or a cross member in there supporting this 3/16" stump jumper. Folks, the bottom line is that we've got a great tractor with the N-Series package, and Landpride has a great cutter lineup to match up with that N-Series tractor. We have governmental discounts